Okay. Hopefully that is up and running, and the volume should be potentially a little quieter than it needs to be, but that's a good thing because this game can spike pretty hard on the audio, so I might have to adjust it going forward, but I tried to err a bit on the quieter side. For this I think I'm just going to create a new character just to show off a little bit of this game. This is something I've been playing a lot of lately, and I was like, you know what, it's a fun one. I'll show off another little interesting side project of mine. This is probably the MMO that I have the second most amount of time in. Behind Warcraft, it's probably this. I have a bunch on Steam, and then I have a bunch on the PS4, because when my old computer died, the PS4 version of this had just come out. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and make a new character just to mess around with for a bit. We'll just go ahead and go good old traditional classic Starfleet. You got some options here. They've added a few over the years. When the game initially launched way back in, I think, 2009 or 10? Might have even been 8. It's been a long time. But initially launched with just Starfleet and the KDF, Klingon Defense Force. Then a while later they added in Romulan Republic, which was kind of hinted at in the original game. These guys are sort of a neutral faction. You start one of these guys and you either pick Starfleet or Klingon Defense Force after you do your initial level 1 to 10, and then level the rest of them with that. And they've added a few more over the years. They've got Discovery Starfleet, Original Series Starfleet. Both of these, obviously, like you basically get the same campaign as you would with regular Starfleet, although your intro is going to be a little different. Dominion's a bit weird. They are technically their own faction, but they also start at like end game level, so you don't really get the like full story. They're mostly just like, they have their own little intro story and their own little side mission, and they kind of go into the more modern content with everybody else, because the faction system doesn't really matter for the more modern content. I haven't really messed around with these guys too much because the Jem'Hadar just don't interest me that much. Like, big Star Trek fan. Grew up watching all the classic series with my dad, and Next Gen and Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and all the 90s Star Trek stuff. And yeah, Jem'Hadar just never really interested me. So, end of the day, I think most people, when you think of Star Trek, you're going with Starfleet. So we'll go ahead and go with that. You got a ton of options. Well, actually, go and I'll show you some of the other factions, what you can pick for them too, because they're kind of neat. Your humans, your Andorians. You got your humans with the wrinkly nose. You got your weird Benzites. These guys are kind of neat. You had the one in Next Gen. It was like Wesley's buddy at Academy. Betazoids, if you want to be a human but whiny. Bolians are neat. These guys are cool. Cardassians, these were, I believe, a DLC thing that I bought. I think by default they're not available, but I'm a big fan of Garrick, so I had to pick up the Cardassians. You got your Ferengis. You got your Packleds. Oh, female Packled. I don't think I've ever even seen the female Packled. That's fascinating. These were like a one-off, like a single episode of Next Gen, but they were just so popular that they've just showed up in like tons of the side content. Rachelians. Again, the little side one, you hear their name thrown around a lot. Don't really see that many of them, but Saurians, they're kind of neat. Tellarites, which I don't know if I've actually ever seen a Tellarite episode. I think there were a couple in the original series, I think, but I don't know that I actually know what these guys looked like on the show. Trill, humans with spots, and a little like symbiote thing. You got your Vulcans, and then you have a neat one, which is Alien. And if we take a look at this, we'll just click into this real quick. With Alien, presets here, all these different wild looking nonsense things. But you can go in, going under advanced. You can do some different, you know, smooth nose, irregular, whatever, overall pattern. You can give it some like coloration. You can really go nuts with the like the different stuff you can give them. So you can kind of create your own like weird alien race if you want to. If you're like, oh, I want to make a specific type of alien. If there's like an alien from a different series, that maybe you're like, oh yeah, I'll do that. Like this kind of do Cardassians if you want to. Got all kinds of weird nose bumps you can give them. So yeah, you can go with the traditional like Star Trek method of just like, if the art department needed to make an alien for the week, let's take a guy and throw some shit on his face. Just go ahead and do that. So that's kind of neat. You're not just locked into playing the like canon races. Yeah, we'll just go and show off to got some of the stuff that's available on the other side. There's not as many here. You have your traditional, you know, Star Trek 90s Star Trek Klingons. You got your Star Trek Discovery Klingons. Not as big of a fan of these guys. I kind of wish they had the original series Klingons where it was just humans. Like they just look like regular people. But it's fine. Cardassians I've got because, like I said, I mentioned I picked up the Cardassian DLC thing. You've got the Gorn, which I believe come in 2 flavors. Yeah, you can kind of go for more of the like original series. Yeah, there you go. Like rubber suit Gorn. Yeah, there you go. We can give him the fat fancy rubber suit Gorn look if you want to. Oh my gosh. Nearly ran over my microphone there. That would have been good. Let's make sure that's still recording. Okay, yeah, we're good. And yeah, they're neat. I don't know. Don't really have much going on in customization. Yeah, that's fine. We can lose the changes I made. Lefian, I know these guys were in the show, but I don't remember them. I remember seeing a guy with this crazy like spiky bone face paint, whatever, the prosthetics they put on them. It looked like a real pain to wear. But I don't remember them much. You got your Nazicans. Again, more racy here, more reference than really seen. And then classic, another old school one, Orions. These guys have been around since the old 60s show. And of course, Alien. Go and make your own fancy alien. Romulans, I think they've just got 2 options, or they even have just have the 1. Yeah, you just got your regular Romulans. Dominion, I think is just Jem'Hadar. TOS Starfleet, I think it's just your 23rd century Andorians, Tellarites, and Vulcans. Discovery Starfleet, I don't even know if I've looked at this yet. Yeah, just humans and Vulcans. Nothing too fancy. But we'll go with the my personal favorite race, which is Andorian. Just for making a character to mess around with, we'll go ahead and pick Tactical. This is sort of your class selection, although this game has a very vague definition of classes. We'll kind of see that as we go into it a little bit more, but your career path sort of picks what you got. This is more of the like DPS combat focused one. You've also got a bit of a stealth thing, although I've never actually used that. Yeah. Damage boost to your team, tanking a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You shoot things, you blow them up with grenades. Science officers, a lot of like weird crowd control and like buffs and debuffs and all kinds of weird nonsense. Science is really a bizarre end game. It's fun. It's really fun, but like it's weird. Engineering, lots of heals, health heal, hull heals, shield heals, restoration, throwing down tech. You can get all kinds of turrets and minefields and all kinds of little drone ships and crazy nonsense. They're fun. But for today, let's go with classic tactical. Let's take a look at these presets a little bit. Is there anything that looks particularly solid? Kind of like this guy. Maybe we go with you and see if it'll let me tweak this a little bit. Can I go in and... So this was Andorian 5. Yeah, we can... I'm fine with that. Aged 1. Maybe a little less decrepit looking. I'll go with that. Don't need any tattoos, don't need any of that nonsense. I do want to fix these antennae. I like the slightly curved ones here. So we'll go ahead with that. Hairstyle. Oh my gosh, there's a million. I need something that works with the antenna is the trick. Because if it doesn't work with the antenna, then what's the point of having antenna? Like shaved antenna? That's not terrible. No. Well, that looks terrible with antenna. I think some of these are actually kind of how they did it in the original series. They just kind of had the antenna buried in a wig so that you couldn't really tell what was going on. Yeah, I kind of like that. That'll work. Not going to worry too much about all the... You can really get in here and customize your character quite a bit. You can't... These aren't too much like monster creators. Like, you know, you're not talking like a huge amount of difference between your minimum and maximum there. So you're not going to make like a crazy Dark Souls monster out of this, but... torso scaling, yeah, body's fine. I'm just going to go with the stock standard on that. I am extremely boring when I play Starfleet, and I like my uniforms to look like, you know, uniforms. You do have a bunch of options. Get the Andorian outfit. Got a variety of different, like, these were, I think, the original games. Like, when the game launched, these were the canon uniforms, but there was a bit of backlash. People didn't really like the, like, plasticky combat armor look of these. Like, it doesn't look like a traditional Star Trek uniform that you'd see. So they kind of replaced it with this. This is the new standard. You can just have shirt. You got your Sierra uniforms. These were like the alternate. You had your Antares, and then you had your Sierra uniforms as your launch options. And yeah, neither of them were really great. They were going for something kind of like edgy and cutting edge, whatever. Doesn't really look like Star Trek. Obviously, next gen film, classic, but I like this. A good balance between being, you know, something new and still looking like what you expect out of a Star Trek uniform. You got your glove options. We're just gonna go bare. Fun one. As you level up in the game, you'll gain ranks, and you can actually come back to the tailor and update your little neck pips there to match your appropriate rank. Combats, we got a variety of options here. I think I'm just gonna go with the unmarked one. We can get the mirror universe thing going if we wanted to. I think we're gonna skip that for now. Again, some more like classic Andorian options. I think again, I think that might be a DLC bundle. Anything with that gold check mark is DLC that I bought at some point or another. Because I'm a big Andorian fan, so I think I bought the like Andorian bundle pack at some point. There's some different pants and stuff. This looks fine. This is what all the NPC characters are going to be wearing is effectively this outfit. So we're going to go with that. That said, do I want to go with the... Yeah, we'll just go with the Odyssey belt. That's fine. Name. I don't think I've actually used my more modern what the hell? So the first name it generates for your ship is randomized, and that's my hometown. It randomly generated the city I live in as my ship name. Well, I think I gotta go with that now, right? Yeah, alright, that's fine. I didn't even know that was an option, but yeah, we'll go with that. Indicate you've completed the training scenario with another officer. Would you like to replay the tutorial? Yeah, just for the heck of it, we'll play the tutorial out. That's fine. The tutorial's kind of neat in this game, so we'll go ahead and let it play out.
After I left Starfleet, I made it my life's work to reunite the Romulans with their Vulcan brothers. For many years, I lived among them and waged a campaign of peace. Live long. And 21 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova and sent a wave of devastation across the quadrant. I promised to save the Romulan homeworld. I failed. The planets Romulus and Remus were destroyed. Countless billions were killed. My home, my friends, my life, all are memories. Time does not stop for one man, and neither does history. The chaos in Romulan space gave the Klingon Empire an opportunity to expand its territory. Jimpak, the Chancellor of the High Council, traded diplomacy for the tip of a blade. Only in battle, Jimpak says, is a Klingon truly Klingon. The Federation did its utmost to preserve its alliance with the Klingons, but war was inevitable. The Romulans want revenge for their lost world. The Dominion is rebuilding its forces. Now the Borg have reappeared, and the Alpha Quadrant balances on the edge of ruin. The fate of the galaxy rests in your hands.
See, that's another neat little thing. You got a lot of the original cast to kind of come in and do some of the voiceover. Obviously, we got Leonard Nimoy doing a lot of the intro narration. Yeah.
Today is graduation day.
Oh, I'm in my little cadet uniform, not in the standard uniform. That's neat. To
move, use the WA.
Yeah, that's fine. Is there a way to disable the tutorial pop-ups? That would be kind of nice. And also, while I'm at it, let me real quick do some basic keybind adjustments that I always have to do. I want to this, and this. Alright, and then somewhere in here, controls down to the bottom, tap movement twice to dodge roll, turn that off so I'm not accidentally rolling all over the place.
People you can interact.
Yeah, sounds good.
Finally, I was beginning to think you forgot what today was.
Alright.
Of course, I was first in line. Oh, before I forget, I think Rasky is just ahead. He wanted to thank you for helping him cram for the astrometrics final.
Why do I have 4 pips? Is it like a cadet thing? I don't know. Weird.
There you are. I wanted to thank you for helping me pass that final, and for all the other times you've helped me. I've always admired you. I hope Starfleet recognizes all you've done to lead our class. Good luck. Before you report to Lieutenant Farah and get your assignment, you should find Tavral. She wanted to talk to you. She's just up the pathway.
Alright, so yeah, you got a bit of, voice dialogue here. Graphics look a little dated, but, game came out a decade ago, so that's sort of to be expected. Some of the newer content looks a lot nicer than this. This is, I think, basically untouched since the game launched. I think they might have gone in and done some work on some of the like water shaders and stuff. Like I don't think the water looked that good back in the day. That honestly kind of stands out now compared to the rest of this place. Timeline-wise, this is supposed to be set 2409, which is a bit after Voyager. I think Picard is set right around here somewhere. This was obviously written long before that, so anything from Star Trek Picard I don't think has really impacted this too much. But yeah, they got this is kind of, for a long time, kind of the only continuation of the storyline that we had. 602 Club, I wonder what the hell that is. Let's go find Tavrel. There we go.
Greetings. It was good of you to encourage me to retake the linguistics final. I was willing to accept my original results, but you saw that I was not at my best that day. My score increased by 12.8% on the second attempt, well within my standard norms. Now I am qualified to serve as both a science officer and a communications officer.
Okay.
Morik would like to see you as well. He is ahead of us on the path. Live long and prosper.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives
Yeah,
are.
that's great. There was a disable help pop-ups button right there. I'll have to click that the next time one of those pops up. Or can I do that from here, maybe? Help pop-ups. If it's in there, I don't know where.
There you are. Getting excited yet? Once we finish our training cruise, we'll all be full-fledged ensigns. The buzz is, Captain Taggart hasn't named all of his senior staff yet. From what I heard, the advanced phaser training simulation is tripping people up.
Okay. What do we got here? Game, he didn't tell me to go talk to anybody. Is this just it? Do I just live here now? Oh, we're just going to Lieutenant Vera. Okay, that's fine. You do have a little compass here too that will kind of show you your next objective. Hopefully it'll give me another pop-up here where I can disable those help pop-ups. Come along. Alright, you there.
Good afternoon, Cadet. What can I do for you? Yes, I have the complete assignment list here. Name? Let's see. Interesting. Report to Captain Taggart. He's in the office behind me. You're going to have to ask him.
The direction of your objectives also.
No, disable help pop-ups, please.
Can interact.
I don't want to hear anymore.
Come.
Alright.
Cadet. I did. I've been following your progress here at the Academy, and I must say, I'm impressed. I'm just looking at your final test scores, but I don't see your results for the Advanced Phaser Training Program.
What do we want to go for here? Most of these choices are fairly meaningless, like it doesn't really impact much of anything, but I like the, a little bit of player choice involved here, at least how you want to react to it. Usually it just changes which way they tell you to go do the thing, but
I want everyone on my senior staff to run that program, and I want to see good results, no exceptions. I did. Like I said, I've been following your career here at the Academy. If you complete that program, I can put you on my bridge. I'll ask my tactical officer to set it up.
okay.
Another fine cadet like yourself. Her scores were almost as good as yours, but her record has a few blemishes. Still, I'm sure Cadet Flores will settle down and become a fine officer someday. I'll tell Flores to meet you out in the quad. Talk to her to start the phaser training, and I'll see you when you're finished.
Okay. Oh, I think I was saluting him there, and I just turned around and left without finishing it, but that's fine. Apparently I'm not that formal. Flores, let's go.
I got the tactical officer spot. Just what I wanted. Where'd you end up? You never did that? I thought you were Mr. Extra Credit. Everyone knows that Captain Taggart expects all his top people to pass that program. Don't worry, you'll do fine. Come on, I'll take you to the holodeck and set it up. Seems most of our class ended up on Captain Taggart's ship.
Okay. I think they've changed this a little bit. Once we're going to lead into the bit that I'm remembering.
Have you seen the whales in San Francisco Bay? I never seem to spot them.
I wonder if there actually are whales
I
out there.
sometimes forget
I've never
that
seen
Boothby
one.
is a hologram. He seems like such a fixture here at Starfleet Academy.
To sprint, tap the shift key while moving.
Last one of the console buys the first round tonight.
I mean, it has a reasonable player base. I'll say this, it has significantly more people on the Starfleet side of things than the Klingon side of things. I think there's
Setting
like
up the training
6
program
people on there
now.
usually.
I hope Holodeck 2 is your lucky holodeck.
Any advice to me want to pass this? Yeah, I'll need a phaser.
Phasers are in the lockers by the holodecks. You can grab one there.
Yeah, as far as the like player count goes, I've never had any real issues with like running into, oh man, the population's super dead or whatever. And there's usually like, if you're sitting around, particularly Earth Starbase, there's a ton of people in chat, so pretty much any time of day. I don't know what it's like on the consoles anymore. It's been quite a while since I've played on PS4. I know there used to be quite a few people on there, but
The pistol has been automatic.
yeah, I know how the game works. That's fine. I really wish there was a way to play this intro just for the story,
Center of the room.
but without having this voice constantly telling me what to do. Space exploration is really cool. We'll get to that in a bit. That's where this game really shines. Like, the on-foot sections of this game are not what people play this for. Like, it's pretty standard MMO nonsense here. You know, you tab target, you press your hotkeys.
Once you drop out of combat, more detailed
If you're looking for a really
battle content will
in-depth
become
space
available.
exploration game, this is more of an RPG. But if you're looking for a really like in-depth, pseudo-realistic space exploration game, Elite Dangerous is the way to go.
Well done, Cadet. You're not going to break the Academy record, but your score was more than satisfactory. Absolutely. I have a new first officer. Congratulations. Yes, you should be proud of your accomplishments here, Cadet. You have a promising career ahead of you in Starfleet.
Yeah, alright. I'd say this is more for like, if you just want to get like a Star Trek RPG, this is the way to go. Yeah, Elite's got some variety as you get farther into the end game, but I get what you're saying. If you're looking for something a little more like cartoony space exploration, No Man's Sky is pretty good. Like, it's a hell of a lot better than it was when it launched. It's actually one of the better space exploration games out there. I'm also personally a fan of the X series, so like X3 and X4. That said, X4 is punishing to run on a computer. You need some high-end software for that. And X3 and X4 both have a hell of a learning curve. It is dry and boring and dull, and it takes a long time to learn.
First officer, way to go. Just a little jealous, I'll admit. At least now you'll get to boss us all around like you've always wanted.
Alright.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. May I get you a Ractagino, sir? You'll do great. But we should head up to the shuttle bay. Everyone else is waiting there for the ceremonial send-off toast.
Remember, your objective locations can also.
Yeah, that's fine. I know how to read a compass game. It's alright.
Now hear this. All cadets report to shuttle bay to prepare for departure.
Alright. Off to the shuttle bay.
Okay, all of the senior staff is waiting by the bar. I'm sure everyone's a bit nervous, this being our first real assignment and all. So, I'm expecting an inspiring speech out of you. Something heartwarming. Make Tavrel cry. This mission could just determine the rest of our careers. No pressure. I'll meet you over there.
As far as ships go, like ship design, talking about like all the ships in Elite kind of look the same. This actually is a really good ship customization system. So, do we want to... There we go. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and inspire the cadets. Yeah, you got it. I truly could care less about this. Sounds great. Alright.
Cadets, please board your shuttles.
Okay, what are we doing? Talk to deck officer? Alright, we're heading this way.
Are you ready to head to the ship?
I can't believe we're finally doing this. Oh, look at that. The USS Vesta, first of her class. She's got subsystem targeting, a crew of 750, auxiliary phaser
First
cannons,
of her
and
class?
even
Is
a
that just a
quantum
Sovereign?
field focus controller.
Well, it's not a Sovereign, is it? What is that?
Wait to captain one someday. But here's our ship. Miranda class, 200 crew, 2 forward weapon mounts, 1 aft. Average speed, warp 5 point nothing. She is a tough little ship, though. I think I like her. We're the final shuttle to arrive. We need to get to the bridge. I'm going to check in and then head for the bridge. See you there.
Alright. What have we got?
Name and position? I have your record right here, sir. Welcome to the ship. Captain Taggart is waiting for you on the bridge. Use the turbo lift behind me. It will take you directly there.
I feel like graduating and going straight to first officer is a heck of a step up. Like, I think they used to explain this a little bit, in like, I think they've updated this intro a slight bit, but in the old intro, I think they used to explain that, like, after the start of the kind of war with the Borg and the Klingons, that, like, so many of their captains and crew were dead, that they were basically just stuck, like, whatever, if you can fly a ship, you're in charge, off you go.
Welcome to the bridge, number 1. Early in my career, I served with a captain who called his first officer that. I always liked it. As my number 1, I expect you to ensure my orders are carried out, and to advise me on the best course of action in any situation. But first, we need to get out of dry dock, get clearance from control, and close the shuttle bay doors, then disable the tractor moorings.
Okay.
Earth traffic control has cleared us to depart, sir.
Very good, number 1.
Shuttle bay doors are closed, sir.
Very good, number 1.
Am I gonna get a seat here, or am I flying this thing? Alright. Apparently I'm first officer and helm. That's fine. Also, is there not a chair at this station? What a weird bridge.
Potter, take us out. 1/4 impulse.
Yeah, whatever. We'll cite
Just checking to
regulations.
see if you were
Why
paying
not?
attention, number 1. Potter, take us out. Maximum thrusters.
To sit, right-click on the chair you wish to sit in.
Cleared from dry dock, Captain.
Good. Let's start with something easy. Set course for Vulcan.
Course lead in, sir.
Engage.
Also, I have no idea what species this guy is supposed to be.
Captain, I am picking up a distress call from the SS Break-Even. Audio only.
Let's hear it, Tyrell.
This is the break-even. Can you hear me? So our work order's failing? We could really use some help here.
That's a really casual
Let them know
distress
we're on our
signal.
way. Potter, lay in a rendezvous course.
Altering course, sir. ETA 3 minutes.
Transporter room. Prepare to beam over survivors.
Sir, sensors can't read anything in the vicinity of the break-even.
Communications are out as well.
Keep trying to hail them, Tyrell. Number 1, let's discuss the situation.
Also, why am I still in the cadet uniform? Like, shouldn't I have my...
You heard the distress call, number 1. What do you think we should do? Absolutely not. We're the closest ship to the break-even, so it's our duty to assist.
Yeah, audio only is a bit
Good.
odd.
What do you advise?
No, I don't think we need to go to red alert and power up weapons. I think that might be a little insane. No, we're not going to scan for an hour. If they're dying, we shouldn't just leave them sit there. So yeah, just shields up.
Raising the shields does seem to be a reasonable precaution. I agree. Flores, raise shields. Number 1, get down to the transporter room. You'll oversee the rescue effort from there.
Alright. Which turbo lift was this way? Yes, there we go. Alright.
I'm getting some weird readings. I can't get a solid lock. There may be interference. Trying to compensate. I think I have it. This is a lot different than the training scenarios. Beaming them over now. Hang on!
This vessel is now property of Captain Kadek of the IKS Chalk.
Yeah, they totally changed this. It used to be a Borg attack that you wandered into on your training mission.
Stop! Security is reporting disruptor fire in the transporter room, and Klingon transporter signatures are showing up all over the ship. They're boarding us. You have the command codes to unlock an armory near your position. Arm yourself, and any security team members you find. We still have weapons. I'll do what I can. For now, I need you to concentrate on getting those Klingons off my ship. Taggart out.
Okay. Yes, hello. Can you get me some weapons, please?
Go to the armory locker in this room and interact with it to get a better weapon.
Okay, I think I have a better weapon. Do you want to equip the better weapon? Thank ya. And you know what? Let's go ahead and throw that in the secondary slot. Is there anything else I need from here? I don't think so. Alright. Check my zoom levels. That's fine. How is that doing as far as audio? It's going to stutter a little bit here while this is still going on. Just trying to check the audio levels now that things are a bit noisier, because this game can spike up like real hard. Yeah, okay, that's a little loud. We're going to go ahead and cut that down just a hair. That still seems to be pretty spiked up there. Hopefully that's fine. Yeah, I'm hoping that's alright. If it's still too loud or something, just let me know. Where to next? This way?
You can do extra damage to enemies by flanking them. Try attacking your enemies on their side. An item has dropped for you. Move towards the item and press F to loot it.
Oh, hello.
You have recovered a hypo spray. You can use this to
Oh my lord. Come on now, up you go. Do I need to, like, heal the transporter cadet? I mean, I think I did that, didn't I? Whatever, game. Why, it's very dramatic in this hallway. Okay, we got everything all taken care of. Hello, boss.
Number 1, we're doing our best to cripple this Klingon marauder, but I need your help. Time to show off that academy training.
I'm hoping the volume's not too crazy. This game's volume can get a bit obnoxiously loud at times. I'm trying to keep it pretty low to offset that, but it's a little hard to see. Because if I tab out to go look at my volume gauges, it mutes. So I can't really see what's going on. Alright, sounds good. Oh my gosh. More Klingons. Get off my ship. And yeah, the antenna, man. Andorians, they're the best. They are the best Star Trek race. At least the coolest design, in my opinion. Always been a fan of these guys. Let's head around this way. Come on.
Crouching is a defensive bonus against ranged attacks, but increases damage from melee attacks. Press X to aim your weapon. Aiming your weapon gives a bonus to damage.
Oh wait, hold up. I want to zoom in now, and then out now. So then when I zoom in, there we go. That's right. Yes, stop giving me stupid tool tips. I know how to play this game. It's fine. There we go. Oh, hello. Are we through here yet? No? Okay. Everyone taken care of? Very good. And now, can I go ahead and upgrade these weapons? I see I've got a handful of recruits following me here. Alright. Go ahead and upgrade all of this, and hopefully that should be it.
Number 1, we've got injured up here and the Klingons could send a boarding party at any time. I need you back on the bridge.
Go see to the bridge. We will secure this area.
Okay. I don't know who that was, random Vulcan lady. But I'll go take care of the bridge, that's fine. Apparently I'm the first officer on this ship, even though I'm still wearing a cadet's uniform. You there. Oh, hello? Oh, hi. There's like a bunch of other guys on here too. Don't mind me. They appear to have stolen the captain. That's probably not ideal. Okay, you get up. You get up.
Incoming transmission from the Klingons.
Oh, god damn it.
Captain Kadek of the IKS Chok. You may have forced my boarding parties off your decks, but our ship remains cloaked. You have no hope of finding us or defeating us. Your choice is simple. Surrender, or we will kill your captain. Tell your crew to surrender, Captain, or I will blow them out of the sky. It's your choice, Captain. Do you want these children to die?
Very well. Number 1. You are now the captain of the ship. Your orders... Your orders are to lock onto my combat and fire!
Why'd you stab him in the chest? You should stab him in the comm badge. Klingons aren't very smart.
Make me proud.
We have target lock, Captain.
I mean, fire. I mean, he's already dead. It's not like we're killing him a second time. Wait, you're telling me they have one of those? My god.
Direct hit! Casualties on all decks! Shields! Shields! Fire our weapons! Weapons and shields are offline! Ah! Cloak and begin repairs!
I mean, that's like a really
We've lost the
advanced
signal.
Klingon ship. There's
What
no way a
now?
Miranda class is taking that on in a fight. Alright, what do you got?
We survived, but the Captain Taggart knew what would happen, and he gave the order anyway. The ultimate sacrifice. One that we all might call to make someday. He trusted you to take command. All we can do now is survive. And remember him.
Uh-huh. This is way different, because yeah, the old intro for Federation, just jump on my bridge here real quick, was like a Borg attack? Like you got a distress call from a planet, and you went there, and it was under attack by the Borg. Yeah. My chair now. I'm still wearing a cadet's uniform, but that's fine.
Alyssa Flores is now your bridge officer. Bridge officers add abilities to your...
Yeah. So yeah, this is the space combat. Space combat's kind of the main, you know, the bulk of the game. This is why people play this. The ground combat and the RPG stuff it's fine. It's nice decoration, nice set dressing. But space combat's the really fun stuff. So you got the... Actually, one sec. It doesn't by default put it into the mode I like. There we go. Yeah, it's really neat. It's got a very, like... It's got that Star Trek look to it, which is really cool. Yeah, you get your abilities, you have your different bridge officer slots. So right now I have a tactical officer. Eventually I'll have slots here for a engineering and science officer, which will each give me their own abilities. You can go in, equip different people. So like if I had multiple tactical officers, they might know different abilities. She's got like high yield torpedoes. I might have someone else that knows like a torpedo spread, or someone else that knows power to phasers or something like that. Slot different people in, give yourself different abilities, pick an away team. You've got your each character has their own set of equipment and stats and all that stuff. There are a ton of stats in this game. It is honestly silly how in-depth this game can get at times. Like, this is... What is all of this? Well, why do I need to know all this info? I've played this game for years, and I still don't know what, like, half of this means. Skill trees, all this stuff, we'll kind of get into that later if I'm playing more. But, yeah.
All decks reporting in, sir. We took some casualties, and sickbay is full. All ship systems have taken some damage, but some are worse than others. Life support is stable, but anything else could be an issue.
Yeah, get a distress call
I have
going.
been trying to get a distress call out, Captain, but something is jamming all frequencies.
She's still cloaked, but I think she took some real damage. We're in rough shape too, Captain.
Still
Okay.
running diagnostics, sir. Took us some time to get the systems back online.
Hailing the break-even now, Captain.
Well, this is awkward. You're angry. I can see that.
Quark.
Understandable. Before this gets too carried away, hear me out. I had to send that distress signal. My options were limited while a Klingon was pointing a disruptor at my head.
Wait, like, what? Yeah, Quark wasn't in the intro back in the day. What the heck is this?
The Klingons were thorough. They even damaged my warp drive to make things look convincing. I'll never make it to safety on impulse. Don't suppose you could lend me a hand here? I'd rather not be around if the Klingons come back.
I wonder if this is actually Armin Shimmerman doing the voice. For a lot of the like named, televised characters, they actually hired the original actors to come in and do the voices. So yeah, we can show a little bit, your flight here. Pretty basic flight model. You got your speed slider thing here. You can adjust your speed wherever you want it. You can also do that with your E and Q keys. It's not full 3D, so like I can't do a backflip or anything crazy here, but you do get a nice little bit of turning. You've got your weapons here, which if I hover over them, it'll show each weapon as a firing arc. So if I zoom out to a top-down view, you can see my phasers. Forward phasers will cover that range right there. Torpedoes are only in front of me, and rear phasers cover that arc there. So when you're fighting different people, lining yourself up to get your different weapons in range is a big part of the tactical element of the game. So like if we look here from that
Helm,
to that, there's no overlap.
I've stopped us this time, sir, but from now on you'll be responsible for adjusting the speed of the ship.
Okay, why are we stopping? Thought I was supposed to be scanning the break even here. There we go.
Looks like she just needs 3 or 4 warp induction coils. We have plenty of those to spare.
Position yourself near the ship and press F to interact with it.
Okay. Is he just out of here? Oh, what a bastard.
Well, looks like we're on our own. At least they said thank you, I guess. About that cloaked ship full of Klingons?
Almost done, Captain. Level 2 diagnostic shows that almost all of the plasma injectors are damaged beyond repair.
Okay.
Not enough. Plasma injectors are made to withstand quite a beating, but I think the Klingons specifically sabotaged them when they boarded us. It's an easy way to cripple a ship. I'm installing what spares we have, but we're short 3 injectors. Without them, we can't go to warp.
We're not the first ship the Klingons have hit here. There's wreckage all over this region. I can scan the derelicts and see if any of them have intact plasma injectors.
Alright.
Bingo! I found some suitable debris in the boneyard nearby. Destroy 3 of those nacelles, and we should get the parts we need.
Alright.
Press the space bar to fire energy weapon. Ship, an item has dropped for you. Move towards the item and press F to
Taking through scraps we've left behind.
Yeah, that guy's getting annoying.
These plasma injectors will do the trick, sir. Gorgeous technology. Type R, if I had to guess. 3.7 liter flow with shielded reservoirs and a drop flow induction coil converter, and you have your problems, I have mine.
Zarva's dealing with the warp core.
Okay.
But until she's done, we're still stranded out here with no way to call for help. Oh, don't forget the cloaked Klingon battlecruiser. It's probably making repairs faster than we are.
Yeah, let's look for our communication
Of course
jam.
we
It makes
can.
sense.
We're the class of 2409. Tivrel has been working with the engineers, and they've pinpointed the locations of several Klingon signal jammers. That's what blocked our communications during the ambush. I recommend that we destroy the jamming satellites. We'll be able to get a call out to Starfleet then.
You must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy to attack.
Alright.
Use your phaser bangs to weaken shielded targets.
So you get a little bit of a readout here. You can see that little notch will show which shield face we're currently facing on the enemy ship. So right now I'm currently apparently along the right-hand side
satellites left.
of this satellite. If we move around, which apparently I still can't go to full impulse, so that's going to be a little slow, but if I rotate around, I should eventually spin to the top facing here. Just going to try to show off how this works a little bit on a nice easy target. Come along. I think the brake, yeah, there we go. So now we're on the top shields. So as you fire, he'll lower the different, whatever shield bank you're facing, which then lets you get through and deal damage to the hull. Phasers are good at taking down shields. Torpedoes are good at taking down hull. So I can lower their shields real quick, fire a torpedo in now that the shields are down, and that is going to do a chunk of damage to the hull. Yeah, there we go. Oh god. Hello.
Long-range communications are operational, sir. Shall I send the distress signal?
Yes, you should send the distress signal. Why would we not do that?
That Klingon ship took some real damage. I'll bet she's leaking plasma all over the place. We might be able to use that to find them. Understood. I'd rather not die to Klingons on my first day. Got it. I can trace the plasma signature right to the source. I'll send the
Okay.
source of the plasma signature to navigation. It will show up on the map.
I mean, that's like a really high tier Klingon battlecruiser. There is no way we would win in a
pretty
fight
far
against
out,
that.
sir. We should use the ship's full impulse power to reach it. This will temporarily take power from other systems, but vastly improve our speed. Once we drop out of full impulse, the power will return to other systems.
So yeah, what she's talking about there is if you get really fiddly with this game's controls, by default it's going to look like this. And you can see I've got 50 out of 50 in each power. I can hit my full power to weapons. It's going to up my weapon power to 100. Shields stay at 50. And it lowers the max on my engines and auxiliary down to 25, which then shifts that power into my weapons. We're now up to 100 out of 100. It takes a bit of time to do. You can see it's not instantly ticking over. If I flip to the more advanced view, you can actually see the bars moving. Drop back to balanced. Kind of see the power level itself out, and this will affect how fast I'm moving. So if I hover over here right now, currently moving at impulse 12.5. If I just take my full power to engines real quick and wait for this to tick up, slowly ticking up, and impulse up to 17, 18, 19, up to 20. So we haven't quite doubled, but not too far off of doubled my, oh god. Let's get power to weapons actually real quick. Look, I love the Miranda class. It's like genuinely one of my favorite ships in Star Trek, but there is no way it is winning this fight. Like, this is absolute nonsense.
Think you can catch me? Go ahead and try.
Yeah, your power level will affect how efficient your different systems are. So, throw a bunch of power into shields, your shields will restore faster and be tougher. Throw a bunch of power into weapons, weapons will deal more damage. Throw a bunch of power into engines and you'll go faster. Throw a bunch of power into auxiliary and I'm sure it does something good. I genuinely don't know what that is though. Might be like ability cooldown or something. You also have this, which is full impulse. You can just tap that and we jump our speed up to 75. So just a slight bit faster. And as you can see, our power is being diverted from the other systems into impulse to get us going even faster.
Zarva needs more time to get the plasma injectors installed.
But
Try not to break anything
that
else.
pulls a bunch of power out of all of our other systems, so our weapons are barely doing any damage right now. Until they start charging up, you can see these numbers are getting a little better. And now, Go ahead and fire that off. You can shift power around between your shields, so if you sit there and just take a bunch of damage on one shield facing, you can shift power from the other shield facings over.
It is from Starfleet.
Oh, hello.
This is Captain Nog of the USS Chimera. Do you require assistance? Pretty bold move to come this far into Federation territory, even for Klingons.
Is he
Where's
gonna...
Captain Taggart?
So I'm almost positive that, like, Quark and Nog didn't used to be part of this.
And did you follow his orders? I see. And you're the acting captain.
Uh-huh.
Right. Well done, Cadet. Looks like your ship is in need of repairs. Set a course for Earth space dock. We'll get you back in one piece. Believe me, Cadet. If he comes back looking for a fight, he'll get one. In the meantime, set a course for our position. Chimera out.
Alright. I wonder if they... I know there was a expansion a couple of years ago that was like a Deep Space Nine themed expansion. I wonder if they got the... while they had the actors in, if they just had them re-record some lines to add them into this little intro scenario. Like, Nog's been in here for a while, because he was in some of the endgame stuff even way back in the day when I played. I think the last time I played was like 2014 or 15. Oh.
Your captain begged for his life before I killed him.
I don't think he did, man. I kind of watched you kill him.
I tire of this. It's time to finish this fight.
Okay. Keep rotating. Make sure we got a different shield facing rotated towards him, which will help spread out the damage. And we've got his shields down. And down he goes.
Back to Earth space dock, but I need to inform the USS Kittimer that... Wait, hold on. My comms officer informs me that we're unable to contact the Kittimer. Not good. I'm going to the coordinates to see if they need help, and I want you to accompany me. Consider this a field promotion, Cadet.
Okay. Oh, we're also getting a new crew member. Very good. Yes. Ah, it's Zarva. Alright. And we're going to the Pollux system. Okay. Zarva's given me a new ability here. We've slotted her in, so now I can do a shield heal. Looks like the Halloween event is going on. I'll have to give that a look at some point. I still haven't tried that.
We're here, Captain. The USS Kittimer is dead ahead. Our orders are to make contact with the Kittimer and find out why they've not responded to our hails.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of plasma leaks around here. Oh, is this the Borg bit? Did they just move it back? This might be the Borg bit. They might have just moved it a little farther back. I think it used to be Captain Sean in the Enterprise instead of Nog.
Yes, sir. I will require approximately 15 seconds to make the necessary adjustments.
What are you both doing here?
Yeah.
Always good to follow the orders of your superior officers.
The cadets were ambushed by Klingons. Captain Taggart was killed in the attack, and the ship is under the command of this cadet. The Chimera was escorting them back to Earth space dock, but when we couldn't contact you, I decided to alter course and investigate. What's the situation here, Captain Nim?
I'm troubled by the anomalies in this system, and if they're affecting long-range communications, then they're doubly a cause for concern. Let's do this by the numbers. We've already launched 9 probes. Now that they're active, we can do an in-depth scan of the anomalies.
Okay.
With all 3 ships collecting data, we should be able to complete this quickly and formulate a course of action. Any questions? You're quite confident for a cadet. You remind me a bit of myself when I was an ensign. Of course, I wasn't commanding a ship back then. Let's see how you perform before you start claiming that chair full time.
Okay. So, what are we doing here?
You can set your ship's power levels to have a focus on attack, defense, speed, or balance.
You know what? We'll just put... Yeah, leave attack on. We'll use full impulse to get ourselves around. Alright.
Reports indicate traces of gamma radiation, but there's something off in the readings.
What do you mean something off? We don't know what the baseline's supposed to be. How can we know it's off?
Kittimer here. Are you seeing the same gamma radiation levels that we are? I'm not sure that a normal scan will be enough. We might need to do a full multiphasic reading.
Yeah, so depending on your background, your tactical science or engineering background, every now and then you'll see a little like unique dialogue choice pop up that can give you a different outcome to a quest. So here, if you have a science background, you can go ahead and skip straight ahead to this.
My chief science officer, Commander Davis, suggests that performing a reverse tachyon pulse wave scan will solve our sensor issue. Perform your final scans and then report back.
And what, one more over here? You got it. Away we go.
Deflector dish is realigned for a reverse tachyon pulse wave, sir. Picking up a transwarp signature. It's right on top of us! The board!
Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded. All life forms will be assimilated.
Again, like, there's no way my ship is surviving this.
The Kittimer is under attack. Use full impulse to reach her quickly.
Like, I love the Miranda class as much as the next guy. Wrath of Khan was a great movie, but this ship, I think at this point in the timeline, is roughly 200 years old. Like, there's just no way. There's not even a scratch on her, which, now, that's kind of neat. As you take damage, you will actually get, like, holes in the hull and flames shooting out of it and stuff. So, if I start taking some damage, we'll take a look at that, but, let's go ahead here. Shields are down. Get another little round of torpedoes out there. That's a Jem'Hadar Borg. That's interesting. What do we got?
This is the emergency medical hologram aboard the USS Kittimer. I am requesting assistance from any Federation vessel in range. I've lost contact with the bridge. I am unable to contact Commander Davis for new instructions. The Kittimer is being overwhelmed by Borg boarding parties. These Borg are different than the ones in my history records. They seem disconnected somehow. They're strange, but still quite dangerous.
Okay.
I am an emergency medical hologram, not a miracle worker.
Ah, so again, engineering would have recognized that this wasn't automatic activation.
The Borg did some serious damage on the Kittimer. The EMH might be in command because no one else is fit to do so. I don't like this. The Borg haven't been seen in this quadrant for decades. This isn't a coincidence. We need the data from those probes. I'll send teams to aid the Kittimer. I want you to finish the scans. We need to know the extent of the Borg presence here. And Cadet, if you or your crew are unable to tackle this, speak up now. The Borg can rattle veteran Starfleet officers, and you've already gone up against the Klingons today.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
The iota point to your map. Scan there while we see to the Kittimer.
We're pulling the Enterprise luck where every day is a near-death experience. Something I always loved in Star Trek is like all the shows, like all the ships you see as like the main setting of the show is like, man, you would not want to serve on these.
Send us the data so we can begin our analysis.
Like, give me a nice boring ship.
We have your data, and our science team is analyzing it now. Our tactical teams have eliminated the Borg boarding parties on the Kittimer. Why do you ask?
There is an 88.47% chance that you will need my help.
Okay.
I have 75 million gigaquads of computer memory and an extensive library of files on military tactics and command strategies. I believe I can spare a few bits of processing power for you.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Borg transwarp signatures detected. This is it. Get ready for combat.
They're firing. I need help.
It's just a bunch of probes. I mean, I still feel like we wouldn't be able to defend ourselves against this in a fucking Miranda class. These guys are probably fine. Those are like brand new ships, but... the Miranda class wasn't even like a combat ship when it was a new ship, let alone 200 years later. Come on.
More Borg. I don't know if we're ready for this.
Not only are we ready for this, they still haven't managed to get our shields down. Come on. Rotate around. Let's just keep ourselves facing the same direction so we can keep the shield damage localized. And... another one down, and oh, they've actually gotten some damage on me. Not enough to set the hull on fire yet, but a little bit.
Keep it together, Cadet. We beat the Borg before, we can do it again.
Just kind of keeping an eye out. As your health goes down, you will start to see like panels breaking off, and you can eventually get to the point that there's like entire holes, like chunks missing out of the ship. Oh my god.
It's an invasion force.
Are you telling me that I'm gonna fight this?
There's no way we can...
The Borg are leaving, most likely for a more strategic target. Concentrate fire on the remaining sphere. Now, we can do this.
Nog, I appreciate your optimism. I do not know that we can do this. Like, we are running around in a 1945 Cadillac. Alright. 90% is enough to start setting fire to anything? No? No, we're still fine?
Here's how I see it. The Borg are using the Pollock system as a staging area. Our long-range sensors are picking up inbound transwarp signatures. Their most likely target is the Vega system. There is a civilian colony there, and if the Borg take it by surprise, they'll have a large population to turn into drones.
Ah, there we go. So now I've got my tactical officer unique choice. We can go warn them.
Agree. The Chimera is better equipped to hold off the Borg and assist the Khitomer here. Once you've warned the colony, return to Earth space dock.
Yeah, you stop the Borg. That one ship.
We have to make our way to Vega as soon as we can, Captain. I just hope we're not too late to warn the colony.
Yeah, let's roll out.
Certain missions allow you to remotely hail your contact by clicking on the hail.
Why am I still taking damage? Oh, okay, we're done. Apparently I was still on fire a little bit there. Yeah. So you can remotely hail to turn in missions. I think we can also literally just sit here for a second, and it'll eventually hail me, but that's fine. Go ahead and... Sir?
You need to
There we
warn the
go.
Vega colony about the Borg. We'll do what we can to hold off the Borg here and repair the Kittimer.
Yeah, sounds good.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Sector space. Here ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
So yeah, this is sort of your world map. So if we go over to the map here, each of these stars represents a system. Each system has either a mission related to it at some point or a patrol you can do, where you can just go and do a little random, not really random, but generic combat mission for a bit of XP. You can see here we've got kind of this Romulan space, Federation, we've got Vulcan, Andoria, Sol System, New Romulus, which is a bit of a plot thing where there's a breakaway faction of Romulans. We've got the Klingon Empire down here, their homeworld, and then I think we can pop out to the galaxy map. So everything we just saw there was this blue section, the beta quadrant. We can go over to the alpha quadrant over here, which is this sort of orangish section. Mirror Universe, Cardassian, Deep Space Nine's over here. You got a couple other the big, like Tellar's the main world. This is Breen Space, yeah. Deep Space Nine, you got your wormhole. You can see the little purple line coming off over here. Take you out to the Delta Quadrant. And you got a bunch more like Dominion Space over here. We've got a tiny, or sorry, this is Gamma Quadrant, not Delta. And then a tiny little bit of the Delta Quadrant from Voyager available over here through another little gateway thing. You don't have as much of that, but you do get a little bit of the Delta Quadrant available. And you can kind of see on the map here, find my next objective. It is this way somewhere? Yes. We'll start flying towards it. We're going at full speed. If I go over to the area map, we started here, we're heading to here. It can take a minute to get, like, back and forth. You do eventually get better warp engines. You can auto-navigate, so... Right now, yeah, I just click this, and it's going to point my ship in the right direction, and I can just kind of go step away for a minute if I want. As you get better upgrades, and as the game goes along, you're going to have the option to just fast travel, kind of bounce from mission to mission. Haven't unlocked that yet, apparently. There's a bunch of random worlds you can visit that just have like bonus stuff. Like Ryza's got a bunch of mini games and stuff in it. There's some daily quests and stuff you can do in New Romulus. The little adventure zone. Nimbus has a little adventure zone. Assimilation of the Innocent. Oh, this sounds lovely.
We arrived before the Borg. Now my heart can start beating again. What are your orders, Captain? Tivrell managed to establish a comm link with Willa Post, the administrator of Vega Colony. It's not a great signal, but it's the best we're gonna get. Putting her through now.
Greetings, Captain. Is there something I could do for you today?
Evacuate, you're all gonna die.
Repeat, please. Your signal is breaking up. Did you say the Borg? What about them?
I have lost contact with Vega Colony, sir. Something is blocking all subspace signals in this area. Even our hails to the civilian ships are not getting through. There is a communication satellite nearby. It should boost our signal sufficiently to inform the freighters of the danger and warn the colony.
Alright.
Our hails are still blocked, sir. The Borg may be attempting to isolate the planet before they land. Your orders, sir.
Transporter locks on the How many people are down there?
Borg are jamming up any remote signals. It's not safe to beam through that. I think I can boost the gain, though.
Transwarp conduits opening all over the system, Captain.
Oh, Lord.
The Borg are here.
Okay, well, let's go,
Those civilian ships are right in the Borg's path. We have to help them.
clear all of this out. My top-of-the-line combat Miranda class. Come on. Combat's pretty straightforward in this, I'll say. It's not a hugely complicated... Well, it's a fairly complicated game, but for the most part, the difficulty curve is kind of just click buttons when they come off cooldown and you'll do fine. You can get really advanced with it if you want, set up some very like specific builds and like, okay, I'm gonna go for an all energy weapons build and focus all your bridge officer abilities and custom abilities on boosting damage to energy weapons and really, fine-tuning your way in on that. The game's very much just kind of a like, if you want to enjoy a fun Star Trek adventure experience, you can go ahead and do that. There's not the difficulty in the metagame isn't the huge focus here. There's some endgame content you can do, like effectively endgame raids and stuff that are a little more demanding, but I'd say 90% of your time in this game is going to be pretty face mash. Just, roll your hands around the keyboard and you'll probably win. It's also a fairly single-player game. Like, it is an online game, but I don't think I've ever actually interacted with another human in this.
I can contact the planet and have informed Administrator Post of the situation. However, the Borg have already landed and are moving toward the colony. It may be more prudent to retreat back to the Chimera, sir.
The Chimera was being overrun the last time we saw it, Devrel. I don't know if it's a genius idea. Okay,
Borg
so...
landing craft detected nearby. Captain, there are civilian ships engaging them.
Oh, for the love of God.
I believe I can send a message to those ships.
So, do it. Send them the message that apparently any ship can fight the Borg, so they should be fine.
Disengage and retreat. We will cover you.
What? Those civilian ships are probably more heavily armed than we are.
Roger that, Starfleet. All ships, fall back.
All civilian ships have safely warped out of the system, Captain.
Man, these Borg are bad at their jobs. Uh-huh. And another one down. And another one down. And is that one running? Or is it... What is it doing? Oh, good lord. Okay, well, that appears to be all of them. I'm also apparently critically on fire?
Captain, the Borg have landed, and the colony won't be able to hold them off for long. I recommend beaming down to Vega and getting as many people out as we can.
Sure, why not?
Away team for your next mission. Your choices for who will be on your away team will grow as you recruit more bridge officers.
So I remember this from back in the day when I was playing with my friend Kate, because I did play with my friend Kate a little bit back in the day, and that you can, when you do your away team missions, if you team up as like a group, you can either pick your bridge officers as your party, or you can just have your other human party members will set stand in as your party.
Captain, according to our readings, over half the planet is already assimilated by the Borg. At the rate they're progressing, the region we're in will be overrun in roughly 1 hour. And if that wasn't bad enough, the interference is affecting the ship's transporters. No, sir. I'll follow your lead.
Okay. I mean, that sounds pretty bad.
That's one of those Borg ships
good
from orbit.
lord.
Are we too late? Those landing ships don't just carry drones. They can pump nanoprobes directly into the ground and the atmosphere. We need to hurry. The Borg will be in this area soon.
I mean, they're like orbital bombarding this area. Guys, we need to leave. Like, I know we just rescued 3 people, but like, we're all gonna die, man. I don't know if like dying on a ship in space is necessarily better. Well, maybe it actually probably is better than getting turned into a Borg down here. Never mind. Leave the gate closed. We have to get out of here. Hello? What are you doing? Okay. Come on, guys. We're getting you out of here.
Thank you. We didn't know if anyone from Starfleet got our distress signal, and we don't have any weapons. But we do have some spare armor suits for you and your officer. They're in the crates next to the gate. This code will open the gate. Please, Administrator Post and some of the others are still there. You have to save them.
Did they just say me and my officer? Well, apparently only one of you is getting some armor. Oh yeah, apparently only one of you is getting some armor. Nice. We'll give it to Flores. Why not? Actually, you know what? No. Zarva seemed to be having a worse day. We'll give it to Zarva. Flores has been a bit too lippy.
Oh no, we're too late.
Oh, hello. So I seem to recall that one of the big things about the Borg in the shows was that they like really quickly adapt to phaser fire, so they're just like immune to it. Like after like 3 or 4 shots, they just like developed a shield. Are we gonna like beam these guys out? We're just gonna leave them writhing on the ground. There we go. Alright. Oh man, it's very good of these Borg to not, you know, murder me. Oh, good lord. Hello. Don't mind me. Come on, guys, we're getting you out of here. Also, like, man, these people are terrible at hiding. Oh, that's bad. So yeah, ground combat, pretty straightforward. Honestly, all the combat in this game, pretty straightforward. But the ground combat is particularly dull.
We have the civilians. There is still no sign of the Renown or the Kittimer, sir.
Oh! She just said the wrong name, which confirms my suspicion that they changed this at some point to add in the Deep Space Nine characters. I was like, I don't remember this being the intro. I remember the Borg, but I was like, I don't remember Nog being part of it. I don't remember that little intro bit with the Klingons. So I think they changed this at some point. And that would be a remnant from that old intro. Okay, come on, let's go. Oh, is that Coles? Yeah.
I apologize for Coles putting a rifle in your face. If it wasn't for him, the Borg would have assimilated me by now. What's the situation? Are you bringing more Starfleet reinforcements? I see. Then it's true. Vega is doomed. A single starship cannot hope to stop this. Still, there is more to do. Many citizens are hiding in their homes. We cannot abandon them to the Borg. I know. Coles and I have been trying to get around the interference field. Thank you for tagging the people you found and getting them safely transported to your ship.
Okay, I'm a little confused.
No, there are dozens more hiding out in the buildings. But Coles and I have a plan. We think a pattern enhancer will do the trick. With that, we can transport the remaining citizens to your ship. But first, I'd like to offer you some equipment. Vega was a trade colony, and this gear was intended to go to Starbase 65. I think you need it more.
So, the ground here is like already being turned into Borg circuitry bits, which is like, that's a thing. Like, I think that's a thing the Borg would do, right? Like, they'd intech the planet. But like, if this whole building is already this like Borgified, how come we're not? Oh, for the love of God, will you stop with the orbital bombardment? Ah, there we go. Oh my gosh. I've apparently gotten a bunch of nonsense that I haven't equipped. Yes, very good. Alright. Set up a pattern enhancer, which I thought the whole idea was that you had to put them, like...
We have lowered shields for the transporters, sir.
Around?
I will need to raise them at the first sign of Borg ships.
Like this would let them beam me up, but not anyone else.
Pattern enhancers are working, and not a moment too soon. I can hear the Borg moving this way. I'll do that. How long do you think you can hold off the Borg?
Oh, we're gonna call everyone here. Gotcha. Okay. And she's gonna call everyone here by standing there and waving her arms.
Remember
Good.
when we thought fighting a crazed Klingon was the worst thing that could happen today?
Oh, good God. Let's get a grenade in there.
Concentrate fire on the Borg. We need to keep them away from the civilians.
Another group of civilians has beamed to the ship, Captain.
No. You all stay back over there. Off you go. So I guess we're just gonna, like, stand here and take pot shots at the Borg for a bit? Oh, I'm apparently too low there. Alright, that's fine. I'll save the grenade for the moment, because it does look like I've kind of cleared out the current wave. Any more?
Shields are back up, sir, but more Borg vessels are warping to our location. We have detected a type of generator near your position. There is a 94.6% chance it is the device affecting our transporters. If you can destroy it, we will transport as many people from the area as we are able.
Thank you for everything you've done.
Okay.
Even though it was impossible to save everyone, those you did save will be forever in your debt.
Glad to do anything I can. I was born on Vega. There's no way I'm sitting by and letting the Borg take it without a fight.
All right, Coles, you're gonna see friends who've been assimilated. Don't.
I know the drill. Just never expected any Borg here, you know.
Okay, so we're gonna go blow up a generator because we think it's what's interfering with the transporter, despite the fact that we've got a pattern buffer set up. Right. Sure. So, are we done?
I knew that one. We played poker last night.
Yeah, that's what Flores was telling you, man. Oh, good lord.
We need to disable that force field. The Borg are activating the transport inhibitor. We need to disable that force field.
I'm curious. There's a neat little Easter egg or was a neat little Easter egg in this game a long time ago.
What's the word? Effective?
This.
Systematic? Evil.
Okay. If I just let this guy kill me. Oh, come on. Do it. Kill me. Come on, you can do it, buddy. I believe in you. Oh, no, my team killed him. There used to be a neat little Easter egg with the tactical drones where if you just let them kill you and then don't respawn right away, like don't click the respawn button, your character would actually get up as a drone and start walking around and shooting your teammates. What do I need to do here? Oh, we need to disable these things. Gotcha. That said, apparently the tutorial Borg are a little too simple for that. Wait, maybe this guy can kill me. Come on, guys, you can do it. I believe in you. Come on. Well, I think I was killed by the explosion. Yeah, I was killed by the explosion. Dang it.
The ship is transporting anyone they can get a lock on, Captain, but we don't have much time.
That's
we
fine.
need to get back.
So your teammates can revive you in this. So even if you go down, it's not the end of the world. You can just wait for one of your allies to come over and revive you.
We're packed to the brim with civilians, Captain. I don't think we could fit one more soul on this ship. Communications are still jammed. The immediate problem is the civilian ships in this system. Vega's a huge trading outpost. There are always ships traveling here. We need to warn them the Borg have taken over. Possibly, but what we need to do is hightail it out of here with these civilians. Of course, the path to the satellites does lead away from the planet, so we could remotely reconfigure them as we leave. The message won't get very far, but anyone who enters the system will get the signal and be able to turn around before it's too late.
Again, like, this is a solid enough plan in theory, but wouldn't the Borg, like, if they're actively invading this world right now, wouldn't they just be like, hey, they're sending out a distress signal from these satellites, go blow them up? Like, turn them off or something. Like, they're not, like, honorable combatants. They're not gonna, like, stand there and be like, oh, well, they're just giving a distress signal. I can't interfere with that.
Multiple probes inbound. I don't think the Borg like us hanging around.
Come on. Well, we're taking a little more damage this time. We might actually get to see some of that hull damage. I think we'll just try not pressing any abilities and see if that causes me to take enough damage to actually show that off. And we'll keep the same shield facing them the entire time so that I'm taking progressively more damage on that shield face. Come on. You can do it, I believe in you. Nope, apparently they can't. Never mind, wait, what if I get into here and let this explosion hit me? Not do enough? No? Still no visible damage to my ship? That's fine. We'll just swing around. I think the next one I will just let them shoot me for a second and see if I can get enough damage on my ship to show off that there is actually damage modeling. Because it is kind of neat. Not a lot of games do that.
Never thought I'd wish I was back at the academy studying for the astrometrics final.
Is it just the one sphere? Well, you're never gonna...
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
They're never gonna deal enough damage to me. Come on. Alright, let's get this shield down. Once this forward shield goes down, that should hopefully be enough for them to... Come on, you can do it. I believe in you, Borg. Oh, there we go. We're starting to see it. But yeah, as you take damage, you do get a bit of a visual reaction on your ship. And this should get progressively more dramatic as I take more damage. Maybe we're taking a little bit much damage here. Hold up. That's all fine and dandy and all, but let's not get too blown up here. Okay. Hopefully I'm not going to now die. That would be a bit of a shame. Oh yeah, now we're getting some real like flames going and... Yeah, we're good and messed up now.
Sir, there are several fast-moving ships on sensors. No way to contact them, and I can't tell if they're friend or foe.
Oh man, we are real on fire. There we go. And yeah, that varies like ship to ship. Each ship and each part of each ship has its own like unique damage modeling. Yeah, it just gives it a little bit more of that like interesting, neat visual touch to it. Yeah, the warp engine sparking is Oh, feck.
A cube? Guess it's our time to go out in a blaze of glory.
So, like, in universe, these things are supposed to be like a mile long on each axis. They're absolutely massive. No, we need to go. There is no winning against this. Why am I moving so slowly? Okay, you know what? Hold up. Power to engines. Get me the hell out of here. Let's back up. Get these guys in line first. Oh hey look, the Defiant's here. Speaking of random ships from Deep Space Nine. Oh, and there's the Renown instead of the Chimera, because they still haven't quite decided which ship is going to be here yet, because this was clearly updated at some point. Because that should be the Chimera with Nog on it. I wonder who the captain of the Renown is. What's the Defiant doing? Who's captain of the Defiant these days? That's actually a really good question.
We held off what we could in Pollux and sent a signal out to Starfleet. These were the closest ships. Others will be arriving as soon as they can.
Okay.
You've been doing a great job so far. Reconfiguring the satellites into warning beacons was excellent thinking, by the way. We received the signal as soon as we arrived in the system. That's going to save a lot of lives. It's an option for sure. Right now, I need you to protect the civilians you have on board and ensure the safety of your crew. The Kittimer will return to Earth Space Dock with you. Once you arrive, report to Admiral Quinn. He'll have more information for you.
Okay, I don't think we're retaking this planet. Just saying.
You and your crew have done well. Colas will make a fine addition to your senior staff.
Yeah, sounds good.
Congratulations.
We need to get the civilians to safety. And I don't think I can handle any more excitement.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's get out of here. Again, I don't know why the Borg are just leaving these distress signals up and running. They could certainly detect them.
Starfleet welcomes its allies from the Romulan Republic to Earth Space Dock.
So this is sort of the big, like, player hub for the Federation side. Like, if you're just looking to hang out and kill some time and sit and chat and waste some time while you wait for a mission queue to pop or something, this is kind of the big hangout. Usually see a fair number of players running around, but this time in the morning it might be a little quieter, but yeah, there's still a couple people. Couple people poking around here. I think we can head down to here. These guys here are all NPCs, but down closer to this, yeah, these are some players. Original series uniform player. Who are you? Kind of a neat uniform, alright. Look, another player, a fellow Andorian. Yeah, you get a nice little view of all the ships sitting in dock. There's a bar, I think, up that way. Yeah, you can just see it up in the corner. You've got your fancy. This is here is your kind of your marketplace, your exchange. You got a bunch of different basic, generic, like NPC shops. If you need to get some commodities for crafting or something like that, get basics all right up here. And more notably, this is where the uniform update lives, Taylor, which you may have noticed we got a promotion there from ensign up to lieutenant, which means I can now go in, edit my uniform. I'll spend way too much time in this menu. What have we got here? 23rd Century Mirror Universe uniforms. Those are cool. I'm a little... Okay, if I don't click it, it shouldn't apply it, right? Yeah, okay. What else we got? Bajoran Militia. Oh, this is cool. The Captain Picard bundle. All the different uniforms we've ever seen Picard wearing. Deep Space Nine's uniform. Jem'Hadar Soldier. Sure, why not? Odyssey uniforms, that's what I'm basically wearing. Section 31. Sierra, which it's just not great, is it? It's not a great uniform. Sierra Black, that's okay. Sierra Experimental. They really tried to make this uniform stick, and it's just like, nah, it's not good. 2250s. Oh, this is Discovery, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Starfleet Academy. Okay, so that's like the cadet uniform. Gotcha. Oh, the original motion picture uniforms. That's throwback. Next gen film uniforms. Original series medical. Standard original series. We got the Wrath of Khan movie uniforms. These are cool. I really like these ones. Yeah, you got all your basic ones like that, and then you can even go into your advanced editor if you want to. And now, because we've got our promotion here up from ensign to lieutenant, I can go in and apparently I had chief unlocked too at some point. So chief to ensign to lieutenant junior grade to lieutenant. Get the right rank pips on there. Tell you what your cost is down here. Most of this is free unless you're buying like DLC out bits.
Now you're looking sharp.
Yeah, every time you can get some upgrades, you can get some different uniforms. You can really, as you may have noticed from some of the other human players running around there, you can get some really ridiculous looking outfits if you really want to. See if there's anybody else fancy sitting over here. Usually some people hanging out by the exchange. We just got a guy in the old classic Andorian bit. No, they're just kind of standard uniforms here. Federation tends to have a little more boring uniforms. You are wearing what appears to be Romulan outfits. Some interesting face paint and stuff, though. Little back shuttle bay over here. And yeah, that's kind of the basic gist of the overall gameplay of this. You've also got, if you go in and look at your episodes list, all the story missions here are kind of broken up into like arcs. So you've got your Klingon War arc, which is Welcome to Earth Space Dock, the mission I'm currently on. You're going to get a series of missions which are each about as long as the one we just did. That was actually 2 missions we just did there, but they're about an hour, usually 30 minutes to an hour. Play through all these different things, then you go through this next story arc, play through these. Go through this next one. And these all do form sort of an overarching plot that'll kind of progress through it, but each one of these works as their own little sub-arc. And yeah, you can just, progress on through. Each of these was sort of a expansion season. We're up to, what's this current one? Terran Gambit is like a brand new one that just started. There's only one episode in it. They just finished the Discovery stuff, and now they're moving on to this mirror universe plot, which I think it's really very recently just started. I think the last time I played, it was either Iconian War or Yesterday's War. We were like right around here somewhere was the last time I played. So I haven't seen any of this stuff down here yet. I don't think I've seen any of Future Proof. And Yesterday's War might have just been added the last time I was playing. I think that might have been the most recent thing I've seen. So I've got all this I still haven't messed around with. 65 levels. Ton of story content, ton of side missions. There's actually like 5 or 6 entire story arcs that got quote-unquote removed. Like, they're not required, as part of this progression anymore, but they're still in the game. You just have to go like manually seek them out. But there were like a bunch of extra story arcs that they just kind of took out because it used to take forever to level through this. I think it still looks like it's probably going to take quite a long time to get through the main bit. And also, one last thing I want to show off before we wrap this up here for today is the customizing your ship. Am I going to be able to do this yet? Yes. Okay. So, this is what I've got right now, right? I'm in the Miranda. You can see the kind of basic generic bit. Each ship will come with a couple variants usually, so I can either be Centaur class ship if I wanted to. Look like that. I could be the Soyuz class, although this one apparently costs some credits. You need some fancy monies if you wanna do that. And you get the Shikar. This one again also free. So these ones here are all the ones that are just included for free. We can go over, look at the materials here. We've got a variety of different kind of hull color schemes. Some of these are going to have like a cost associated with them. Some of them don't. But you can do a really just insane amount of customization on this. Type 0, type 2. And once you're like, okay, I think I've found something that I'm like, yeah, I kind of like the look of this with, say, I actually really don't like that one. NX refit? Nah. Galaxy? That's kind of nice looking. Like, okay, I kind of like that. You can actually go in even further. So the front saucer, which is our main little bit there. We've got the Centaur saucer, the Clark, Malachowski, Miranda, the Miranda Beta, which I think is just a difference on this little underside dish here. Yeah, kind of changes the color of that. Miranda Mark 1, which is the kind of old school. This is what you'd see in the original series show as opposed to the movies. Old school Beta. The Reliance, and the Shikar, and the Soyuz. So you can go in and customize, okay, I want to do, say, the Miranda Beta, and then for the strut, which is this big bit on the top back here, which one do I like the look of? Miranda Beta, Reliant, Saratoga, or the Shikar, or the Centaur. The Centaur looks a little goofy on this because it puts it on the bottom. It gives you kind of a strange looking little set of legs sticking off the bottom here. I think we'll just go with the Miranda Beta. I like that little stick out bit there. Pylons, you can go ahead and customize the actual pylons coming off of this. So you got your Centaur, your Malachowski, Clark. Clark is part of a different outfit pack. Gotcha. But let's just take a look at how that looks. Miranda, old school Miranda, the Reliant, the Saratoga. Let's give this a, I like the Saratoga. That looks nice. And then for these nacelles, I'm thinking either, yeah, let's go with Miranda Beta because I kind of like having the visible blue glow there. And then we could say material. Well, it swapped me to upgrade, but we were on Galaxy. I kind of like the look of that. Type 8B, type 8. No, these are far too bright. That's a little too rusty looking. I mean, you could spend just hours in here fine-tuning and customizing your ship to look exactly the way you want it to. Annex 1, no. Intrepid class. Well, that's kind of blue. It's a little weird looking. That looks alright. And then, oh, windows. Yeah, let's take a look at the different windows. So you can zoom in a little bit here on the side, and we can take a look at that. Or we've got some blue windows. There's some. I'm assuming the fleet windows. Yeah, those cost some. That's part of a pack from something. Yeah, and the Type 0 windows. Yeah, that's fine. We can go in under this and start coloring in bits of the ship. So if I want to have, like nice little paint job here, get this block 2 paint job and get a, yeah, we'll do a nice theme across all of that. And actually, if we go from that over to here, does that give me, no, that's still the, I thought there was a way to get the kind of old school Enterprise like black nacelle, but it might just be under a different color scheme or paint job somewhere. And then, yeah, you can do your registry numbers and you can do your name of your ship customized if you want to. And that'll all, update and show on here. So they really do want some different backgrounds. You can go ahead and flick around with that. You can spend absolute hours tweaking your ship and just customizing every little tiny bit of it. Interiors, you've got currently we're on the Origin interior, which is the bridge we saw ourselves on. You can get the little standard bridge, sleek, utility, future. These are all just kind of different color schemes on a main theme. But then we can go through and see like, yes, we got some different interiors, order. This is your kind of traditional next-gen bridge. This here is, I believe, based on Voyager's bridge, maybe? Or is it the Defiant bridge? That might be the Defiant bridge. Old school Constitution, the Galaxy bridge. That's the Defiant bridge right there. Voyager's bridge. Yeah. This is where so this game is entirely free to play. All the content, all the stories, all the everything, you don't need to pay for any of that. Where they get your money is by convincing you want to cosplay as characters and ships from the show. If you want to have the very specific, like, that paint job is ever so slightly different than the show and the ship in the show, that's where they'll get you. They're going to try to get your money by selling you cosplay stuff, which absolutely works. I will say I think in the probably 500 to 600 hours I've spent on this game, I've probably only spent maybe $60 on this. Like, it's not a terribly money grubbing game. It's so easy that like the pay to win, like if there's a pay to win aspect, I don't know about it because you can win just fine with the basic crap it gives you. I've never really done like end game PvP, so maybe that comes into play there. But I don't know many people that do end game PvP in this kind of a game. This is all about the role play element. Go ahead and do that. Also, I want to see this. They added this recently. Yeah, there. This is how they get your money too. You want to print a 3D customized version of your custom ship? That's where you do it. Oh, hey, look. The engines decided to flip themselves over to the thing that I told them to. How's my ship looking, by the way? Did it... Yeah, okay. The changes I made stuck. Good. And then, let's take a look at this, too. Yeah, give me a new starship. So, if we filter by... just the kind of standard Starfleet... There we go. This should be just your standard Starfleet ships right here. Purchased or not purchased, it's fine. We'll look at like just your basic rank, right? So you got your light cruiser, which is what I've currently got. Utility cruiser, bit of a goofball looking one. Would cost me 1,000 refined dilithium if I wanted to buy this. That's actually really not too bad. So if you're like, yeah, I just kind of want my character to have this fancy original series looking ship, you can do that. The Malachowski light cruiser, we saw a little bit of those pieces in the last light cruiser thing I was looking at. Again, that's not too bad. You can earn 1,000 dilithium in like, I don't know, 30 minutes. It's really not bad at all. Now this is where it starts getting into fancy stuff. So you want this prototype thing here, this fancy boy, 1,500 Zen credits. That's the money. That is about 15 bucks. And you are buying this ship for one character. Light escort, here you go. You got your very much recognizable from the Star Trek Enterprise. This is the NX-01 Enterprise. This one's dilithium. Dilithium is earnable in-game entirely, and at a pretty reasonable rate. That would take about 2.5 days to get that earned up. The good old classic Enterprise, again, about 2.5 days. Easy one. Your science vessel, this is an old, what is this called? The Nebula? Oberth. The Oberth class science vessel, yes. But that's just your basic one. What you start the game out at. Once you hit Lieutenant Commander, you get a new set of ships. So you can get the Enterprise refit right here. Get this fancy little escort ship right here. These science vessels. They give you one free ship each level, and you get to pick from 3. They like have the 3 basic ones. You got your cruiser refit here. Whatever the hell this is. There's a neat little ship here. Nice classic science vessel. Move on up to the commander rank. You can see we start getting into some fancier stuff here. Oh, we've got some variants here. The Horizon. Oh, that's a cool looking one there. Kind of like that. Heavy cruiser refit. This is the Stargazer. This was Picard's old ship. Cheyenne, the Dakota. All right, very good. Again, we can start seeing some of the kind of classic looks from a few of these that kind of showed up in concept art for some of the shows. Temporal escort. Okay, that's old school. This was Sulu's ship. The, what is it called? The Excelsior? Advanced research vessel. This was kind of a replacement to the Miranda that showed up a couple of times. It was a Nebula class that showed up a few times in Next Generation. And then we can get up to captain rank ships. Starting to get a little more recognizable here. You got your Galaxy class. Again, some variants on it. You can go ahead and customize if you want to mix and match parts from all of these. You can go right ahead and do that to build yourself your own little custom ship. The Defiant. Again, these are all mix and matchable parts on each of these. You can swap parts out as much as you want. You got your Voyager. The Intrepid class and the Cochrane class. And then, what have we got here? Temporal Cruiser, so you get the old school original series kind of look, or the future kind of look. Long Range Science Vessel refit. This is sort of a, like, upgraded version of the Voyager. Tactical Escort refit. The refits are sort of designed as like a, as you can see, much more expensive. They're a very fancy version. So if you're planning on using this ship for a while, this is the one you want to go with. Because, unless I'm mistaken, Rear Admiral lower half I think they might still give you. There is a point at which they stop giving you new ships for free. And all of the ships above that point, I think this is the final rank here, they give you one of these for free. And all the ships above that point, you have to earn or buy or whatever, and that's when they start getting fairly expensive. Like these are all still dilithium. Dilithium effectively free. You can get like 7,000. I think it's 7 or 8,000 a day, with like an hour's worth of time spent. So not a terribly difficult thing to earn up. But once you get past that and start getting into the really fancy stuff, now these start costing fleet credits, which means you need to join a guild and earn guild credits towards buying these, which is a whole process. These are all, yeah, fleet ships. This is all fancy stuff here. Then you get into your tier 6 ships. Mirror Universe Galaxy class. Only be purchased as part of a bundle. Legendary Intel Cruiser. Klingon D7 Battle Cruiser. That's pretty sweet. The Legendary Miranda Cruiser. So yeah, these start getting into just straight up like you are paying money for this, and they're usually about $20 to $30 per ship. So once you get to the very end game, you start getting into fancy like, oh, I want to play at the end of the game, but have a ship that has, you know, like if you're like, oh, I really want to play as the Galaxy class ship, but I want it to have end game stats. Well, you can totally do that. You need the Fleet Galaxy ship, or you need to buy one of the tier 6 like Galaxy class like upgrade kits, and those can get, you know, okay, $20, there you go, and now you get to play as the Galaxy class. You can buy all of this stuff in game. Anything that you can buy on the shop is available over on the We'll sell it on the exchange for credits at a pretty insane markup, but yeah. Cosplaying is where they're going to get your money in this one. Basic gameplay, all free. If you want to just play through the game and enjoy the story and, you know, immerse yourself in a fun little Star Trek adventure, completely free to play and download and whatever. You know, you can absolutely play through the entire game and the entire story without spending a single penny. I've done it on multiple characters. If you get really into it and you're like, man, I'm a big fan of Star Trek and I really want to play as a Cardassian that's flying around in a Galor class warship, you're investing like $40. You can decide if that's worth it to you. I know I have a Romulan. I'll show him off real quick. This was my old main character from many years ago. Like 2014 or 15 or something. Oh god. And this ship here, getting the end game version of this ship that actually lets me equip a full set of end game weapons and...
We know that attacks from the Iconian
Hello?
forces are imminent. Their gateway technology means that distance has little meaning for them. Once the war begins in earnest, we will be racing to... The war continue.
Yeah, this is the Star Trek The Next Generation Romulan ship. And actually, let's take a quick hop over to Sol. Can I just transwarp to Sol? Yes, I can. So yeah, this is your classic next-gen Romulan warbird. I wanted this as my endgame ship. Normally this is a mid-game ship for the Romulans, but there's I think a $30 pack you can buy to get yourself an endgame version of it. And I think I spent like $45 because I bought a couple upgrades for it. And you can see some of the other people's ships here. With how customizable all these ships are, you're going to see a lot of fancy players flying around in some, you know, unique custom stuff. Pretty quiet around here today. I think that Vulcan ship might be a player. There we go. There's some more people. Hey, there's another warbird with a slightly different color scheme going on here. I don't know what all of these little, like, missiles are here. I don't know if I should be concerned by this. Yeah, you can see all the fancy nonsense. What the hell is going on here? I know there's some event going on right now where, like, the mirror universe is invading or something. I also don't know why it's completely silent right now. Yeah, you can go ahead and mess around here. Can I do the little smoke trails thing? Or do I need to decloak first? Yeah, there we go. Do some crop dusting. Romulans have a bunch of weird, unique mechanics. They got this little battle cloak you can toggle in and out of. You've got your little singularity thing that as combat goes on, you build up power. You can spend it on these special moves. I've got, obviously, a much more advanced crew here. Oh, look at all these guys. You're a neat-looking ship. What are you? But yeah, fun game to mess around with. Fun game to just spend way too much time customizing and cosplaying and upgrading all your little visual aesthetic stuff. A lot of neat designs floating around Space Dock here today. That's pretty sweet. Oh, what are you? But figured I'd just show. Oh, this is the Discovery, isn't it? Yeah. Figured I'd just show this one off for a little bit because it's something I've been spending a lot of time on lately. Might stop back and show some the Klingon side of things at some point, but for now, I think I will call that a bit for today. Thank you for joining, and I will see you all next time.